speak, where truth never dies. Oh, take me back where the Guinness flows, where the wild heart sings and slags are thrown, to the rolling hills and my mother's eyes, where the river meets the sky. And though I've walked 1,000 miles through storm and sea, through fate and trial, one whisper calls me through the pines. Your soul remembers, child of mine. Where the Guinness flows, where laughter rings and shamrocks grow, to the emerald hills and my mother's eyes, where the river meets the sky. Hey! Where the river meets the sky.
Hello, where are you, Glenn? Are you there?
I'm here, but I thought you would do the introductions today.
Oh, welcome.
This is the Mystic Compass with Carrie Kohan.
I know. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I should actually do the intros. There we go. Okay, so welcome to Carrie Kohan's Mystic Compass, and I'm doing live readings today. So I have Glenn here assisting along with his wife, Tammy. Tammy's doing all of the comments, putting up links for everyone on the comments. And Glenn is going to be going through everyone's questions. So if you can just put in the comments your location, where you're coming from, and also any questions. And we can get started right away. We've been live on Facebook for the last 20 minutes, and now we're transferring over here to Twitch. So I believe we're live on both Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Is that correct, Glenn? Hopefully. Yeah. Okay.
No,
so let's go ahead.
We are on YouTube and Twitch.
Yes.
Right now.
On not
YouTube
Facebook.
And Twitch.
Okay.
I didn't put it on Facebook because I think you encouraged people to come over here. So
I did.
We've been having some issues connecting up my software that we use so we can go on multi-platforms. For some reason, Facebook isn't as cooperative as some of the other sites. So yeah, welcome to Twitch. I see Carrie, a few people did come over from Facebook. Thank you to M. Dillman. Thank you for coming over to Twitch. And D. Burnaby in the house here on Twitch as well. So good to see you. Carrie, a few housekeeping things before we get into the live readings. First, do you want to update people about the workshop? Because I did see a question in there. Which session is online? Is the one in Edmonton on June 27th? So just give them a kind of a quick little update.
Okay, so it's quite expensive to run these workshops live, and I had a executive meeting here, and we decided that we're going to go with the July dates live. So that's July 18th, 19th, and 20th. And we're not going to do the June live event because it's only 2 weeks out. And, we need at least 100 people to be registered in order to accommodate the costs of the room and all the audio visual equipment. So we are doing the live event on July 18, 19, 20th, and you can register online there. I'm sure that Tammy's going to be putting up the link for it shortly. Yeah, there it is there, actually. You can see it in the comments. And as well, we have an online event, which is July 5th and 6th. And that one, people are coming from all over the world for it. It's a really exciting event as well. That will be recorded, and the recording will be given out to everyone for 30 days after the completion of it. Now, I'm not giving it out indefinitely, and the reason being is that I find that when you do that, it just sits in people's files. They don't go back, they don't complete it. But if they know that they have 30 days to complete the course, then they're more likely to actually get it done. So when you sign up for the online event, you will get a recording of that, but not the live. The live is not recorded, okay? We may do a recording ourselves and have everyone sign a waiver because, we may make some course material out of the event itself later on, as most people do nowadays, okay? And that, I believe, is it for the housekeeping on that. And of course, we have Twitch here where we're growing our programs. Go ahead, Glenn. I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Before we get to that,
Okay.
before we get to Twitch, we are back on Friday morning at 1 p.m. for our get-together show where we go back and forth and we talk about things taking place in the world. And this Friday, Carrie's a little bit different than many Fridays. Why don't you tell people what they can expect if they join us on Friday?
Woo! We're Friday the 13th, which I believe is actually a very lucky day. Friday the 13th, we're going to talk about the origins. We're going to talk about the Knights Templar and my connection with the Knights Templar. Knights Templar have been given a bad rap. I actually think that that's where they rewrote history. The victors always rewrite history, and they make themselves the kings and the queens and everything great. And I think that the Knights Templar were actually very good-hearted and did a lot for the people. They were the first ones that created checks and a banking system, in essence. So farmers didn't have to carry all of their money with them through the fields, then get robbed, right? They were able to keep their money in different castles with the Knights Templar and be able to write checks. So that was really a huge consideration for all the farmers, all the peasant people, all the regular people that were traveling with all their life savings. So anyways, we're going to talk more about the Knights Templar, and also we were sitting around last night, just kind of relaxing after long days, and something came up on TV, and I went, wait a minute, whoa, bring that back. And we looked at it. Didn't we look at it? Hey, Glenn, it was amazing.
Oh yeah, it was a fun little experiment that we'll talk about on Friday. We'll show some of those exact same pictures that we looked at.
Yeah, so there's subliminal messages and everything, but we caught a few that were right in mainstream news, and you look at all the pictures that came out over a certain period of time, and all of them had something in common. And there was subliminal messages in all of them. As well, I've been teaching Glenn and Tammy. Tammy already knows how to do this, but 5D images where you look into them and it looks just like an image, just like, abstract art or something. But then you look through it and in it, and images will start to pop out to you. Now, this will be a really interesting conversation because we discovered something very unique that we're going to talk about on Friday that I've never seen or heard before. Okay.
Little cliffhanger there. Little cliff. You got to join us now on Friday to find out what Carrie's never seen before. So yes, please join us on Friday. I will also get into a little bit about how my journey into this mystic world kind of began, some of the things that made me pause and go, what's going
Mhm.
on here? And kind of break down the shield and the barriers. And a lot of that has to do with television and the media. So I'm going to give you a little lesson on how you might be able to approach people that aren't quite there yet. And they might need a little kick and some
Mm.
techniques and some things that you might want to show them where they might go, like I did. And then they can go down their spiritual
I
path.
think I think it's more so rather than giving them a kick, this is really strong ways, people that want to do any remote viewing or following light trails, looking into seeing if people are lying to them or, if they're telling the truth, that kind of thing. This is a muscle, and we're going to teach everyone. We're going to show you how to start that muscle of being able to look outside of your body and look through the illusion, being able to decipher what is real and what is not.
Absolutely. So join us Friday. Again, we're going to be mainly on Twitch. We haven't decided if we're going to do YouTube as well on Friday. We might not. We do want to encourage people to come over to Twitch if you're not done there yet. I see a lot of people on YouTube here. Blue Bell Rose says, "Thank you, Carrie. I love your videos." Well, Blue Bell, we love your videos too, don't we,
Yeah.
Carrie?
Yeah. And so that reminds us to ask that everyone subscribes. We're doing this basically just starting off, so we don't have any income as of yet. But we trust that we're guided to do this, both of us. It was so serendipitous how we all came together, the three of us, and how this all came together. It was spirit driven and given. And so we trust that the right people will show up as subscribers. It's wonderful that you're following us. If you're not following us, please go ahead and hit follow now, because I think we're at like 135 or something like that. But we need those numbers up, right, in order to get the benefits from Twitch.tv. But even more so, we'd like to get some payment. And so we don't ask, we don't fill this with a bunch of advertisements about gold or silver or beds or med beds or whatever it may be. Instead, all we say is, please subscribe. I think it's $7.99 Canadian a month, $4.99 in pounds. And if you can do that for us, it's not that much, but it's going to add up for us, for the two of us, because we've got two families here, right? And so we really appreciate your help. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that now. If you haven't followed us, go ahead and do that, please. Appreciate it.
You mean I can't sell my Thai Beanie Baby? What I thought. What I thought we talked about this. I can't do that.
Okay, so
Act now for $4.99, and you can get the captain. No, we're not doing it.
No. So that's so funny. Your wife and I were at Goodwill. We shop at Goodwill. I love Goodwill in St. Albert. It's awesome. It's the best store. And so we were there, and they had Beanie Baby stands that were there for sale when you were selling Beanie Babies. And here you're saying, can't I sell my Beanie Baby? We just saw a stand for that. That's so funny. There we go.
Weird. So yes, I was not part of this group of three to begin with. Carrie had hired Tammy, and I was just kind of around. And I've got a little technical experience, and I do some videos as well. And I thought, you know what? Why not join these lovely ladies and see if I can help out a little bit? So, yeah, Carrie and I and Tammy love creating content for you guys. We even want to expand and do more shows a week. Right now, it's 2 live readings and 1 kind of general current event decode kind of episode. We would love to do more, but we need your support. Please go over to Twitch. Twitch is foreign to a lot of people. A lot of you out there go, what's Twitch? What is Twitch? Is that like Telegram? Is it like a gaming platform? No. It is like Facebook. It is like YouTube. It is a live streaming platform that is a lot more lenient and a lot more generous in terms of revenue than YouTube and Facebook. So we want to get things going over there, but we need your help. So please go over to Twitch. There were a couple questions on yesterday about how do I link my Amazon Prime to my Twitch, because if you're an Amazon Prime member, if you get things from Amazon and you're a Prime member and you get that free delivery and the discount prices, well, you get a free subscription to any Twitch streamer you want to. So we would love to have your free Prime subscription, but you do have a few steps to go through. So let me just show this 1-minute video. You can always replay it back later. I'll put the link in the chat on how you can link your free Prime membership to a Twitch account. So let's watch this, Carrie.
Okay.
Here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to connect your Amazon Prime and your Twitch account. So you want to ensure that you sign into Amazon, guys. So if you haven't got an Amazon account, you want to create one, and once you sign in, you can look to the upper right hand side where you have hello accounts and list. You can just simply click there. It's going to pull up a whole list of settings that you can basically access. And if you scroll down to the bottom here or towards the middle, you will find a section that says digital content and devices. And if you look in the list, you'll find Twitch settings. Now you can either click here or you can right click and open that in a new window. That's what I'm going to do. And it's going to take you over to the Twitch channel subscription. And in order to link or connect your Twitch to your Amazon Prime, as you can see here, you just need to go ahead and click on the button here at the top that says connect to a Twitch account. So just simply click on that and this will take you over to Twitch, and you can just simply go ahead and put in your username and your password and connect them. But that's all that you have to do, guys. Very easy and very simple.
So there you go. That's all you have to do. You can rewatch that video if you want, and easily connect your Amazon Prime to your Twitch account. And yeah, it's very easy. And then once you've done that, then there's a little subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner when you're on Twitch. You'll see it down here. Let me put it on the screen right there. You'll see a little button.
Yeah, when you're on our channel.
Yeah, when you're on our channel, when you're on Carrie Kohan Mystic Compass, you'll see a little subscribe. But if you've linked your Prime membership to Twitch, this should pop up here where it says use Prime sub. You click that, you hit subscribe, and it doesn't cost you a penny.
There we
You would
go.
have to do that every month because they expire every 30 days, but at least it's a start. And if you're one of the first 10 members to subscribe to us on Twitch, you get one of these first founder member badges. That's right. You will be a founder member on the Carrie Kohan Mystic Compass, which would be a nice little badge of honor. Plus, you get to use emotes like the Carrie emote. We've got the puppy high emote, the let's go, the mystical crystal ball. We've got the compass, of course. A lot of things there that you can do. Plus, ad-free viewing. That's right. You won't have to sit through the commercials. You get to watch us continuously as we talk through the ads. So I did want to mention that at least once because there were people asking last time, how do I connect my Prime membership to Twitch?
That's how.
That's right
there you go. Perfect. Okay, so I saw that Charlotte is saying, yes, I'm perfect. I will subscribe right now. Thanks, Charlotte. That's awesome. Go ahead and subscribe. And if you're in the top 10, you're going to get your badge. And that badge is with you forever. So whenever you're on here with your comments, you'll actually get the badge showing that you're one of the first 10 subscribers with us. And I'm really surprised people haven't jumped on that, because we had so many people say, how do we support you guys? How do we keep you going? And we're not asking for coffee. We're not asking for Patreon and all of that stuff. Just subscribe. And, Twitch does the rest for us. So simple as that. Anyways, so let's get started.
Put that YouTube video link in the chat if you need to rewatch that to link up to Prime. Then go ahead. All right, you ready for the first question, Carrie?
I am. I got my card.
Okay, we got a few questions backed up here. We'll try to get to as many as we can tonight. Yeah. The first one is, first of all, we say hello to FP from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Good to see a fellow Canadian. Nicole back in the house. Hi, Carrie from Nicole. Loretta is here as well. I think that's the first time I've seen Loretta. Nice to meet you, Loretta. And AK says, hi, Carrie and Glenn. Lovely to be here. Good to be here for you guys as well. Okay, your first question from Melissa. Will my son's new chiropractor clinic be successful?
Right now, he's in overwhelm. He's like, oh my gosh, what have I done? But don't worry, go for it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You know, I've found in my own past running, I've built many multi-million-dollar companies. I don't know if you guys know about that, but and always in men's fields, right? Doing like construction and framing companies and stuff like that. Anyways, go for it, because when you are feeling like, oh, I don't know about this, you keep persevering, and boom, that's when success comes. So he needs to keep going and realize that he is in pace, he is doing well, and it will go. It may be a bit slower right now than what he is expecting, but don't worry, he's playing his cards perfectly. And the outcome, there we go. The outcome is all about building those bridges, and creating a new business is like building a bridge, right? And at first, the traffic is a bit slower. It's like us here, you know. At first, we're like 135 viewers, but then all of a sudden, we're, you know, a couple thousand, and our goal is to be well over 1 million. That's my goal. I want to be over 1 million. And your son is the same. He has big goals, and I have no doubt he will. He's of the capacity to be able to make his goals. So well done. Good job. Next, Glenn.
Okay, yesterday we had a spirit animal question, and the otter came up for the viewer. Today we have another one from Nicole. What is my spirit animal? And also, what do my guides want to tell me now?
So, Nicole, the first thing when I look at the little image that looks like that big, when I look into it, I see wings that come up. So I would say a dove, you know, and that's unusual. You don't see many doves. I would say your spirit is really pure, clear. You really try hard at being the best that you possibly can be, and that is because you have that dove within. You know, there you go. So it's all about peace and harmony, inner tranquility, love, exactly what I was just saying. So it's the symbol of hope, inner peace, and possibilities of a better future. You are all about creating better futures for not only yourself, but especially for the people around you. And you forgive very, very quickly. So there's all about gentleness and forgiveness. Sometimes you can go from 0 to 60 if you need to, but only when really, really pushed, I think. So the dove is associated with the goddess of love and enduring love. And I would say, Nicole, that's who you are. And the guides would say the same thing. You know, keep the guides are right beside you. You may not be able to see them, but they're standing right beside you. They're walking with you. They are guiding you, and they are not going in a different direction. Sometimes you feel like they're not there, but don't worry, especially when you're sleeping. You travel with them, you are with them, they love you. And you've got some things that are completing, but other things that are just beginning. So don't worry, it's all good. You've got your dove. Beautiful energy. Well done.
What a beautiful spirit animal. Like again, and just looking at Nicole's picture, I can see that, right? I can see peace and harmony. I think you nailed that one. And there you go, Nicole. Hello from Cass. Hello, Cass out there. M. Dillman, I mentioned, was a follow on Twitch. Good to see you, M. Dillman. Welcome to the stream. Question from Bluebell, who said, I do love your videos, Carrie. Question is, will Pierre offer me a job?
Will Pierre offer you a job? Yes or no? Yeah, it's a good 70% right now. I got a yes, no at first, and then I asked again and I got a stronger yes. So there's some hesitation there. There's something in the whirlwind. There's something there that is causing a bit of hesitation, but don't worry, it's all going to heal. It's all going to come together, because your time is here. You know, you are ready, willing, and able, and you have the spirit guides that are here supporting you. So if it's not happened yet, don't worry, breathe, let go, and realize that you've got a lot of support around you, and it's all going to come in God's time. Yeah, lots of love and support around you. It is every card, right? You have someone really, really close to you. So I'd have to ask, did you have a loss recently? Because it feels like the spirit guides are so close to you. And when I feel that, when they're like really close, it's because there's been a loss or a change. There's been something recently that you've had. Yeah. But don't worry, celebrate. We need you to celebrate and realize how special, how beautiful you truly are. Okay. Well done, Bluebell. Bluebell Rose. Love the name. It's awesome.
Okay. We have a hello here from Karen. Good to see you again, Karen. Karen's been in the chats before.
She's
Good
a dynamo.
evening to you.
Yeah.
And Loretta has the next question. Loretta is from Connecticut on the East Coast there of the United States. All right, here's a relationship one for you, Carrie. Is the man I am getting close to trustworthy?
Well, the first card that comes up is of a person being wide open. So does that mean that's you or someone else? Sing. It's like there's lots of joy. There's lots of energy there. I would ask that you look inside. If you're questioning whether they're trustworthy, it's because your inkling, your intuition is telling you something, right? We don't ask those questions unless there's something there either for us or for them. Either it's our issue that we have been, hurt so many times, or it is something that, intuitively. Either way, celebrate you. I want you to focus on more so you than them. The more that you build yourself up, the more that you love yourself and find that joy. Remember, one of the cards was to start to sing and dance more. Where is it now? Yeah, it was, I think I put it away. Anyways, it was a guitar. It was like, don't worry about that crap. Don't worry about that. Just get on with your own stuff. And either, if he is trustworthy, is he trustworthy? Yes or no? Yeah. You already know the answer to your question. So I would say it's a tough situation, because I never want to say that someone is not trustworthy, because, I believe that everyone has that ability to be trustworthy. Okay, almost everyone. But, this is a public venue, and I don't want to hurt anyone's reputation by any means. Definitely healing. There's some healing going on there. So sometimes when we're healing, we are preoccupied with other things, right? And in that healing process, we're finding our own spiritual development. I think this is speaking more to you than it is to him. You need to heal whatever it was that you've been attracting people that aren't so trustworthy, and instead step into your spiritual advancement. So I would really urge you to come to the workshop, honey, and the online one, July 5th and 6th. Definitely look that up. We're going to put the link into the comments here, and make sure you look it up, because this card keeps coming up, and it is being wide open. It is being vulnerable, and maybe something else is going on. I don't know. But it's interesting that card came up twice, and so did this card, out of all the cards, right? It's all about singing your own song, getting your own tune, get in tune with who you are, and don't worry about what's going on over there, okay? Get your own stuff together. Much love to you, honey.
Okay, thank you, Loretta, for the question, and thank you, Contandina, for the follow on Twitch. There's another follower there, Carrie. So thank you.
We got another follower. Yay.
Yeah. All right. Next up, Cass from Vancouver, Canada, home of the BC Lions and the Vancouver Canucks.
Woohoo.
Something we all want to know, Carrie. Is the Canadian monetary system changing behind the scenes money being backed by gold or silver, or both.
Yeah. Okay. So before we go into that, I want to say, everyone that's watching right now, if you haven't followed us, follow us for free. Just hit the follow button, please. This is really important to us. We're working hard. Okay, Cass. Hello to Vancouver. This is my old hometown. I lived downtown Vancouver on Beach Drive. Flippin' loved it. Lived in Kitsilano, lived in the West End, West Side, all over the place there. And so that is truly my home, one of my homes. So is the Canadian monetary system changing behind the scenes? Oh, it already has. Money being backed by gold, silver, etc. Interesting. Today, just today, I was watching a video this morning, and it was showing that our gold and our precious metals were all sold by the Trudeau government. We had stashes of gold. It's all been sold. Canada has no more gold left in its coffers, is what I saw this morning. And that kind of shocked me. I thought, I'm going to look into that a little bit more. So can't, trust the one video, but it looked like it was researched pretty well. And it showed the flow chart and how all of a sudden we sold off all of our assets, all of the gold. Having said that, then if you have no gold back money and you're just printing money, which the Trudeau government was doing, and now the Carney government is doing into the trillions, right? That's a recipe for bankruptcy. And I think they're basically trying to set us up to be very vulnerable, so that way the WEF can come in. Are we still on YouTube? Yeah, I can't talk about stuff like that. Sorry about that. Yeah, so there's some stuff going on there. So has it changed behind the scenes? Yes, but it's time that it changed. This is for the better. I think that the Federal Reserve, all of that, it's like, but it's the black hats, the dark hats. I think this is what they're doing, because it's coming to a place where we're saying goodbye to the Federal Reserve, and we're saying hello to a whole new way of living. And that is the NG. I had to say it to myself. I was thinking NS. Nope, it's NG. And I'm sure you can put it in the comments, right? Where all the debt is wiped clean. Is that coming? Yes or no? It's going to be in a different form, but it is coming in essence. Yes. And we will have a different way of living right to our elder years. But is it positive? It is still Big Brother controlling, I think. So we as citizens need to say, okay, enough is enough, and we're going to take a different route. We have to stand up, and no more crying over spilt milk. What was the past is the past. The past doesn't equal the future. We need to heal that. We need to heal the future by healing the past, and stop worrying about asking for assistance. We need to just stand up and do it, and realize that we have more than what we think, especially here in Alberta. We have so much in the oil reserves. We could be a very rich country if the government stopped spending our money like it was their own bank account. And instead, I think that the money is going to be really abundant in Canada, especially Western Canada, if there is a separation, which it looks like to me right now. Yeah, there's snakes in the grass. There's stuff working, and yeah, they're looking at they look at their money, as if it's a blood transfusion, and they can just take. We need the blood transfusion. We need to say, okay, we're going to change a system, and we're going to, get a new boost in life. And so it is. Glenn.
Okay, yeah, always interested in the financial questions. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Maria Marcos Real Estate. Maria following us on Twitch. Thank you, Maria, for the follow there on Twitch. And next up from Canada again, we've got Frida. Frida. She wants to know, Will Keith and I get more serious other than friendship?
Ooh, okay. I like that one. I just want to go back quickly to the financial because I totally forgot that I have my financial spirit cards, right? And so I pulled this one. It's cute. These are so darn cute. And it's the name Doreen. So Doreen is my mother's name. I made these cards and I did a lot of them with family names. So it's all about transcending, going back to the finances. This is a mantra. I transcend financial limitations, rising above the challenges with resistance and wisdom. My elevated mindset attracts boundless opportunities for wealth and success. Embracing transcendence, I achieve financial heights beyond my wildest dreams. Wow. So that is the mantra for if you're worried about finances, just I create. What was that last line? Embracing transcendence, I am lifting my energy and I achieve financial heights beyond my wildest dreams. This is what we need to focus on. Okay, so let's go back to that other question. If you could post it for me, please, Glenn. Okay, so Frida is from Canada. Hello, Frida. Question about Keith. Will I get more serious other than just friendship? Yes or no? It feels like it's a friendship right now. It feels like it's a really strong friendship, but there's something there. So sometimes when we push, it's like pushing away, right? And you've been patient, you've been waiting a long time, but I would say that there's stuff there that is whirling around that just isn't opening the door to that right now. And it feels like you're kind of on the outside looking in, right? You are worthy, my dear, of the best relationship. So we need to write. You need to write down, all of the things that you dream of in that ideal partner, the home that you're going to create, the warmth, the love. I'm so happy and grateful now that I've attracted my ideal mate and he absolutely adores me. He's there. He's available for me. And also state that he is emotionally available, physically available, ready, willing, and able to have a relationship with me. That's what you need to say. Okay. And write it all down. We don't say the specifics like he's 6 foot, whatever, or 5'7" or whatever it is for you, right? You don't put in the specifics like that because as we've said in the past, if someone shows up that's very different, then it can play with your mind. Put down the traits and write it. Because Keith is a very good friend, no doubt, but there is a stop sign there and you can feel it. It's time to realize that, okay, this is not heading to the relationship that I'm hoping, right? God, I bless these cards, right? And money is also an issue. So, or maybe not, it's coming, but there is a control there. And so we need to have that frank conversation with the inner child and say, enough. I am worthy of a really beautiful relationship. This is the key for you. You need to have that dialogue with yourself and say, okay, I'm going to write a letter to me and I'm going to say, I am worthy of learning a new way, learning of, instead of repeating the same pattern and choosing the same kind of guy that isn't always available for you, right? You need to say, enough of that. I'm not going to have that in my life anymore. Enough. I stop. I stop holding myself back, right? I am going to blossom like a flower. And there you go. When you blossom like a flower and you make that decision to do so, everything flows for you, through you, to you, of you, and in you. Okay. And that's what we need for you. More of. So come to our workshop. July 5th and 6th is the one online, or you can come, if you're in Canada, consider flying into Edmonton. It's July 18, 19, 20th. I'd love to meet you in person, honey. Okay. We'll see you soon. Glenn.
All right. How would you like to go down under for the next question here, Carrie? We've got Lori watching from Australia. Today is my son's heavenly birthday. Would love a message if possible.
Yeah, it's all about celebration, honey. It's all about celebration. Isn't that funny? It's his heavenly birthday, and we get the birthday card or the heavenly. So that to me is indication that he's definitely here with you. He's, I never usually speak with people on the other side because they often say the same thing. But what I do hear him say is, "Don't worry, Mom, I'm good." And that it all happened for a reason. There was a reason. He's able to help you on the other side, unlike what he would have been able to do here. So there is so much love there. He was younger, wasn't he? And he's just a handsome kid. He's a handsome young person. And yeah, he's what I see him on the other side. He looks like he's about 17, 18. Now, he might have been quite young when he passed. I'm not too sure. But on the other side, they always look, usually in their 30s is what I see them. But him, I see him more as a teenager, 17, 18, 19 years old. Yeah. And things are moving slower for you right now, but don't worry. He is in a good place, and he's watching over you. He's guiding you. He needs you to talk to him a bit more and realize that you can actually have full communication with him with ease and grace, and bring that light in. Yeah. Okay. What else? Is shoes. I don't know what shoes mean. I see brown pair of shoes. He shows me that. They look like leather shoes, kind of dress shoes. And so he just showed me that for you, some kind of confirmation. And in the shoelace, he's showing me a shoelace. I don't know what that means, honey, but I trust that you do. Okay. Anything else? Bird. Yeah. So was there a time where you'd say, or a thought, show me a bird, right? Show me confirmation, show me a bird, because he's showing me a bird that's taking flight. There you go. And he's flying. He's having the time of his life. So enjoy. And I would it's like every time that you celebrate the birthday, you bring back some sorrow. And what I hear him saying is, let it go, Mom. That's the bird. Let it go. Let it fly. Because he's in a good place, and he wants you to be in the good place as well when it comes to him. Okay? Much love to you, dear. Yeah. Glenn. Nope. You're muted. You're muted.
We got a few other hellos. Alicia, Lucy.
Hey, Alicia.
Lucy says hi. Victoria saying hello. T.S. saying hi from Banff. And
Banff.
Next question.
I lived in Banff as well. There was another. I used to own the Banff Mansion, 301 Buffalo Street. Yeah, that's a whole nother story. End of the Mayan calendar. Woohoo!
Victoria does have a question to go along with a hello. Will I move into a nice home this year?
Absolutely. That's very, very strong. Like 80%. Again, going slower than what you anticipated, but don't worry. It's coming together. The key is to what? The key is to focus on your dreams, right? So see yourself every step of the way. I want you, when you're going to bed every night, go into your beautiful home. As you're just falling asleep, I want you to imagine that you're stepping into your beautiful home. Feel it. Feel the door. Feel the key going into the door, right? Feel yourself opening the door and breathing in the freshness of your beautiful home. Go to the window. See outside. If you can't visualize this much, feel it. Smell it. Imagine running your hand across furniture in the house, or up the railing upstairs, or feel the wall as you're going down the hallway. When you bring in the textiles, when you bring in the smell, when you bring in the sight, that's how you bring it to fruition that much faster. Okay. And it's definitely there. You've been backstabbed, or pain about the move, I think. And it's all right. The more that you learn to visualize and play your cards differently, letting go of that pain, healing that pain, flushing it down the toilet, things are really going to change for you. That whirlwind, that tornado that's going on inside, that's all going to come to a peaceful end. I want you to just breathe and see and feel yourself in that beautiful home. And so it is. Well done, Glenn.
Ruth is up next. Ruth from Toronto, our second person from Toronto here. Question: will I find myself living in a peaceful environment soon? The constant bass from upstairs is destructive to my peace.
Oh
Boom,
my God.
boom, boom.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let me pull some cards for that. That is tough. Yeah. Especially when it's all about vibration, right? Yeah. It's time. It's time for you to move. And it's time for that peace of mind to come into. There's a lot more stuff going on upstairs as well. That's going boom, boom, boom. Snorting again. Oh my God.
Carrie, we're still on YouTube. Come on.
Oh my Lord. It's
No,
hot in here, isn't it?
Carrie. This isn't
So-
OnlyFans. Come on. Get back on track, Carrie.
It's a little hot in here, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm sorry, you look in and you go, oh, geez, I don't want to see that. Oh, okay. So there's a lot of booming going on. So we need you to write your ideal outcome. Start visualizing, dream, wish upon a star. Okay. So we used to do this as kids all the time. We used to look at a star and go, starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight, a wish I might, a wish I might, a wish I may, a wish I might. Have the wish I dream tonight, right? Is that the saying? I can't remember. So, and then we would say what we really wished for. I wish. I think those words, I wish, are the most powerful words you could ever use, because you have to be careful what you wish for, because they do come true. So see yourself dancing and celebrating in a new place, or the neighbors actually saying adios and leaving. Yeah, it's like the death of the old way. It's all coming to an end. Don't you worry, and start being open to a new place. It might be a bit slower than what you're thinking, but don't worry. It's the key. The key is to start to visualize. I'm so happy and grateful I live in a peaceful environment. Set those seeds. Start planting the seeds of peace around you, instead of focusing on, oh my God, they're up there again, and just going nuts. That's what you're going to get more of. What you resist persists. So need to just breathe it through and start praying. Okay, Lord, either you're going to find me a new place that's just as nice as this, and it's going to be even better, in a peaceful environment, or you're going to take those people and put them in a different environment and give me the peace of mind that I desire. And it has to be quick, with ease and grace. This is the key, ease and grace, because they can pick you up and it can be like, oh, geez, in a way that you don't want, right? It's too jarring. But if you ask with ease and grace, it's all going to be, all of a sudden, boom. It's like the Berlin Wall coming down. It was like overnight, just boom. So that's what we ask for. Glenn.
Okay, Carrie. Well, chat, if you've been watching us for a while, I always mention that if anyone subscribes to us on Twitch, we get Carrie to do something. And we just have Sharika 22 that just subscribed. Thank you, our fourth subscriber. You get the little founders badge there.
Woo-hoo!
Here's a little dance from Carrie.
Thank you
I wish
for
I was
your
standing up.
support of the Mystic Compass team. Carrie and Glenn give you a big loving high five. Thank you, you are simply the best.
There you go. Thank you, Shar.
When did you write that up?
in my little bit of spare time that I have once in a while.
It was really cute, actually. I loved it.
And it didn't
Okay.
go boom, boom, boom. Okay. Next up, Nicole said, "Thank you for the reading that you did here tonight." And she said, "Yes, remember you had the spirit animal, the dove." She said, "Yes, I am all about peace." So well done. All right, Pippi, long one here for you, Carrie. You might need your glasses on this one. Thank you for the reading earlier, Carrie. I forgot to ask you if you can see what's wrong with our little kitten and if I'll continue on with my work situation that I've been on. I still hear choose wisely, more so now than I did from the first time you told it to me. I'm focusing a lot on the lessons in your book for life. Thank you for the readings and insights. Thank you, Carrie, Glenn, and Tammy. Love you guys from Kaylee.
Ah, isn't that nice? Well, we love you too, Kaylee. Okay, let's break this down. So, yeah, we did a reading earlier. That's fantastic. Forgot to ask about your little kitten. So, what's wrong with your little kitten? Sometimes we choose to come here and it's not as long as what everyone else would like it to be. So it does feel digestive in nature. I would suggest getting the Immunical and putting that in yogurt because it's similar to what we had with Bella. And Bella, gosh, we got another 6 years out of Bella after we gave her the Immunical. So I think that Tammy should be able to put up in the comments the link for Immunitech. It's immunitech.com/INTL. And go down the page and you'll see 2 boxes. One is regular and one is platinum. Get the regular box. And 1 month is $60 or something like that. But it works. You put 1 pouch in with some yogurt, they'll eat it up like nobody's business. And you can use it as well. It's actually meant for humans, but I used it with Bella when she was asbestos poisoning. And you spent $3,000 on vet bills, and they told us to bring her home and just let her pass. With this little one, I was going to say, yeah, it's her choice. That she was starting to feel that way. And I was like, no. Actually, I think that you would be able to help her with the Immunical. And every animal should take that actually, because it makes them stronger, really good for their coat. It's awesome. Okay. So I don't see it in the comments. Have you got the, yeah. Okay. She's working on it. So it's www.immunotech, IMMUNOTEC.com/INTL international. Okay. So we'll have that up in the comments so that you can just click it and that'll help greatly. And what was the other question there from Kaylee? There was one more, I think. I still hear choose wisely more. So now, yeah. Okay. So the first time I ever met Kaylee, Pippi here, she was leaving out the door after a reading, after a session. And I remember saying to her, you know, I'm getting a message. You got to choose wisely, honey. You have to choose wisely. And it was so persistent. And so that's what she's been doing, is practicing that. And that's awesome. Well done. Keep going. Will you still continue with your job? Yes or no? Yeah, it's your choice, right? You are the master of your own universe. If you want to stay there, you will. If you don't, you won't. It's as simple as that. Make your choice. Okay, Glenn.
All right. Alicia again has a question. Good to see you, Alicia. Hello from Oregon, down in the big redwoods down there in Oregon. My question is, should I keep the candle in the window for my person? Thank you so much to the both of you.
No. Got a really strong no on that one. You got to celebrate and sing your own tune. And yeah, it's time. Again, that female card there keeps coming up. It's time that the male card shows up. So, yeah, it's ringing you out. And it's, yeah, it's not as healthy for you. So it was a really strong no, honey. Okay.
Next, TS is asking, I'm striving to be more spiritual. Am I on the right path?
Yes and no. Regression. You sometimes go backwards, but that's all right. Forgive yourself and just, again, come to our workshop. It's online, and that will really help you. The challenge, I think, is that sometimes you think you're doing it wrong, and beat yourself up a little bit, which is natural. And I can tell you that 2.5 days of working with me, you will be a pro at meditating. You will be a pro at seeing your spirit guides, hearing them, listening to them, having a conversation with them. You won't need a psychic anymore because you'll have everything within. You're going to do a lot of writing at the workshop with me, and it's all about healing. It's all about flushing the old stuff down. So especially if you have pain from the past and you don't feel like you really fit in, these are the people that do exceptionally well with our workshop. Yeah. If you're feeling down, yeah, not a worry, because spirit is with us. I actually channel quite a bit during the workshop too. So while I'm actually doing exercises for people, spirit comes in, speaks through me to the people individually. And so we have a lot of people that stand up, they ask questions, and I will channel for them. So come to the workshop, and the links are going to be in the comments again for you. Okay, there you go.
All right. Next up, we have from Maria. Maria says, hello, beautiful. When can I
Hey.
see you in person? Well, Maria, I might come to the workshop at some point, so you can meet me there if you. Oh, wait a minute.
No, it was me.
That's you?
Yeah, it was me. You actually, Maria, you will love Tammy and Glenn. Oh my God, I can hardly wait for you guys to all get together. Yeah, so well, we're having some breakthroughs here. We're building the company, and we're working. Oh, it feels like 7 days a week right now, preparing for all of these events. It looks like we're only showing up for 2.5 hours, but it's days in advance. So you and I, we will chat, my girl. You're like my daughter / sister, and definitely got to see each other while I'm here. Yeah, I'm Maria's oldest daughter's godmother. So this is a family that is very, very dear to me, right? So we're going to be seeing each other. It's all right, Glenn. He's feeling a little dejected.
Once in a while, I'll get a question.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right. Michael has an interesting question. Carrie, am I being too nosy about this situation on my mind?
Are you being too nosy? Yes or no? It's 50-50. The fact that you're asking that question, yeah. Yeah, there's some learning curves here for you, and maybe for the others, but stop worrying about spilt milk. Stop worrying about what has transpired or what you think has transpired, and instead we need you to start to go within and focus on you. It's less about other people and other situations around you, right? It's less about that, and it is more about thinking outside the box and planting new seeds. So what you've been thinking about has been consuming a little bit, and it's time to let it go, is what I feel. It's time to, yeah. And there's that female card again, right? So it's time to let that go, whether it's a female or male or whatever, right? And start to think outside of the office, think outside of work, or maybe start thinking about, what you're going to be doing for work. Start dreaming, start thinking differently. Okay. That's what I want to say. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that question, Michael. Next, M. Dillman asks, would love some insight into what direction I'm needing to go. Some clarity toward my attempt at a new career.
Yeah. The go card comes up. So it's go for it. you've been thinking about this for a while, and again, it's like you're standing on the outside, you see everyone else having success, and you're thinking, I really want to have what they have, but I don't quite have it. It's all right. I've used the analogy many times that uh, if life was a restaurant and God was your waiter, what order would you make? What would you put into the order of life? And so I would say start getting more specific, honey, about what it is that you want to do, and then celebrate it. When you really get strong about what it is that you desire, it will come to pass. The old stuff is going to walk away, and you are going to walk into a whole new direction that is really exciting for you. You're going to let go of the storm. You're going to let go of all of that, and you're going to open up the gates, and new opportunities, new things are going to come your way. This is a really powerful time for you. You're stepping into, I don't follow astrology much, but I can hear that this is a really special and powerful time for you. So I would get excited, that you're going on a new path. You're going in a new direction. Yeah, you're letting go of all that stuff. It's all healing. It's like, I want you to go and take a nice bath or a nice shower and just relax. Water is cleansing. It is healing. And we need to do that because you have a new adventure coming your way, whether it's like a learning curve is about to go up for you. So well done, Glenn.
All right, the next one from Lucy. I'm going to let you read this one, Carrie, because it does have to do with medical issues. So to get a clear perspective of it, here it is.
Okay. Carrie, something going on with my liver. Ultrasound done, blood work tomorrow, then MRI, middle of July. I'm diabetic, have a fatty liver, and I'm worried. Thank you. Okay, Lucy, let's take a look inside you, my girl. Yeah, you've got lots of stuff going on, but it all comes back to stress. It all comes back to the inner dialogue that you've been having, the worry. Oh, you've had stuff since you were a little girl. Yeah. And I want to heal. Okay, so I'm going to suggest you actually come for a 45-minute session with me because we can do a lot. If you saw last week, I don't know if Lainey is with us today, but she had a chronic hip problem and was going in for hip surgery. Right. And 145-minute session and she has no pain anymore. She's doing really well. So go to my website, carriekohan.com, and go under Release, Recover, Restore, book an appointment there. Okay. And I am booking into July now, if not August. But yeah, you just make that appointment and we'll see what we can do for you. Okay. Yeah, I can't say that I can cure anything on this channel, especially on YouTube. But I do believe that everything starts with thoughts. And when we change our thoughts and we change up to possibilities, and I work with you energetically from afar, you're going to find big changes. I've seen it like literally thousands of times. Working with people in person, okay, over 30 years. So don't worry, you make an appointment.
Okay, remembering Lemira. Kathy is remembering Lemira, and Kathy is asking, I've been called to a place in the mountains of Arizona, Carrie.
Yeah, is that Sedona? Yeah. Yeah, you've got people walking beside you. That's spirit guides again, and they're asking you to lay your cards down. So that's more advancement is the word that I hear for you. It's you have been on a path for a long time. You've really, I want to say, tried, right? You've been trying for a long time, and they're saying the location will be. It will help you raise your vibration greatly. And the air, the vibration. Yeah. Even New Mexico feels really good as well. My dear friend Greg Braden, he's an author, you know, one of the three amigos. He lives in New Mexico and often offers courses there. So I can actually see you hanging out with Greg. Maybe you're going to go to one of his seminars, one of his programs. They're really interesting. But it feels more that you're just in the mountains and you're relaxing. Yeah. Yeah. So go for it. Do it.
Next up from Pennsylvania, we have Victoria Jade. Welcome
Yeah.
in here, Victoria. Saw you earlier in the chat. Well, an interesting question, and I'm going to see if I can tune into this too, but of course, I'll let you go first. What is the first letter of my boyfriend's name to come? So her future boyfriend.
Well, you've had snakes in the grass, my dear. You've had some snakes in the grass, and it is your time to start to sing. I think you are actually changing the way that you had a pattern in the past, because you used to pick people that weren't as healthy for you, and you've stopped that. So hallelujah. Jay comes to mind, right? So yeah, you're going in a totally different direction from where you were. Again, write your letter to this beautiful person that's coming. Doesn't matter what his name is. Remember, I was talking about specifics, you know, the specifics of, oh, he's going to be this height. He's going to have this color eyes. His name is going to start with this letter. No, we don't play that game, you know, although Jay did come to mind. So, I would suggest that you, again, out of all the cards, it comes up again. We need you to start writing a letter, you know, to your future mate, and also to yourself. You can do one letter to you and one to your future mate and say, I'm really so excited that you're coming into my life, that you have come into my life. Forgive me. You act as if he's already here. And I'm so happy that you've come into my life. You're the man that I've always dreamed of. You're loving, you're supportive. You're kind, you know, talk about the traits. Okay. And talk about the things that you're going to do together, and the travel, and how he loves to hold hands, if that's what you love, right? Talk about in the letter to yourself and to your future soulmate, you know, that is coming to show up, you know, that has been yielding. Realize that he's preparing too, right? Sometimes we focus on the walls coming in, and we forget to, you know, it creates a lot of chaos in our life, and we forget to realize that we're planting seeds here. And if we demanded those seeds to grow like now, come on, we got to let them grow now, they're not going to grow. And in fact, we know about energy being given to plants. You know, remember the high school experiments where they have two plants, and one they talk to harshly and one they send love to? The one that they talk to harshly, that plant wilts. The one that they talk lovingly to, it grows. So your seeds are hearing you. Your thoughts are hearing you. And so that future boyfriend of yours is also hearing you. If he's hearing that you're impatient and you're like, oh, for God's sakes, when's he going to show up? Right? Then it pushes him away that much more further. So get on with your own stuff and realize that for me, I was in the same situation as you many times, actually. And I remember thinking, oh, good God, when is my future husband ever going to show up? And I took a Tony Robbins course, and that's actually how I ended up meeting Tony and my future husband. And I took the course, and at the end of the course, I didn't care if I met Mr. Right in 2 days or 2 years. What mattered most was I was really happy with myself. And in that's the secret. In that joy, Mr. Right, who was my future husband, showed up that day, right? When I wrote down, I'm letting go of depression, and I am happy that, yeah, there it is. I am happy that I don't care if he shows up in 2 days or 2 years. What matters is I'm happy with myself. You see? Big difference. Much love to you, honey.
Yes, very good point about not pigeonholing it to one letter, because then you go around and you're meeting people and you're like, what's your name? Alan. Oh, it's not Jay. Okay, I'm not even gonna. You search for. You're cutting your chances by 25 out of 26 letters are like out the window.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
Okay,
So
next from Shelly. Shelly, welcome in, Shelly, watching on YouTube this evening. I'd love a reading regarding my health.
yeah.
What
So
improve my joint flexibility and comfort, especially in my ankles?
okay. So mobility with your hips, your knees, your ankles, feet. It's all about well, first of all, the card that comes up is healing. You are healing. But that's also speaks to fear of moving forward, having trepidation about where you're going in life. Okay? And there's been some stuff that's kept you down, my dear. And by doing that, it actually makes you put all the weight, the energy down in your ankles. It's almost arthritic pain. Like it's so heavy. And so we need to let that go. We need to let go of the snakes in the grass, the people that have bit you, the people that have hurt you. We need to heal all of that. Funny how the same cards are coming up. And we need you to start to sing more. We need you to start to dance around to some music. Get the movement going. Yeah, get your mojo going, right? There's that female card again. Get the mojo going. Feel sexy. Feel great. Look at yourself in the mirror and see the spiritual being that you are, and realize that this is just a traveler. It's just a package that you wear for your spirit to be able to do all the things that you need to do here on this planet. And the more that you love this traveling package unconditionally, the healthier it's going to get, right? Yeah. So stop focusing on what you don't have, like community or friendships, and realize what you do have. And that is the spiritual guidance, the love, the absolute spiritual love, the yin and the yang, right? The balance, the direction. You've got it all within you. You just need to let go of that pain. So if you haven't registered for our online course, I want you to register because it'll change your world. Okay. So go to the comments again and register for that online course. And it's cheap. It's $50. I used to charge $17.95 for it, $1,795 or $97 for it back in the day. And I keep hearing from Spirit, give it away, Carrie, give it away. I am giving it away. $50 for 2.5 days. The online is only 2 days, full 2 days. You can't beat it. So, a session with me just for 45 minutes is $150, and it used to be $5,000. I mean, I brought my prices way down. So a full 2 days for $50, you can't beat it. I want to see you there. Okay. In fact, I'm demanding it. You're going to go and register. I love you.
Thank you for the question. And yeah, I can confirm Carrie did a trade fair a couple weeks ago with my wife, and the hardest of personalities, the ones that had the toughest shells, she healed 99%. There was one case, and there was a reason for that one case, but there was one case, but 99% of these people came out of the readings and it just felt so much more relief. So Carrie, Carrie can help you in a personal reading, 45 minutes. Wonderful,
Change your world.
wonderful. Okay.
Thanks, dear.
Next up.
Actually, let's talk about that 1%. So I did the reading, and there was a woman in front of me, and I'm like, poetry. I don't normally see poetry with people, but I see you writing poetry. And she was like, nope. Everything I was saying to her, nope. So far off, Carrie. I was like, really? This is really unusual, right? So anyways, she ended up leaving, and I gave her a book because I thought I have to give her something because I was so off. Like, this is not normal. Anyways, the next woman that comes and sits down, guess what? She loved poetry. She was all about writing poetry, and everything that I was seeing for the woman prior, it was this one. So that does happen sometimes with psychics. And so it was a note to self. If I am that far off, I have to realize, It's someone else's energy that is so excited about coming in for a reading that they're actually projecting their energy, and it's overwhelming. And so that's what I'm seeing, rather than this gentle soul that was sitting in front of me. She was being like overwritten. It's like a program, right? So anyways, that was the 1%. But I had a beautiful woman. She was a tough, cookie. Like, she was a big German woman that just was kind of aggressive and very harsh in her talk. And the first thing she says to me, she goes, oh my God, I loved it. She goes, okay, so you're not one of those shit, psychics that, doesn't know what they're talking about and they just BS their way around, and I'm going to know if you're bad, I mean, it was that kind of dialogue. Anyways, I was, oh God, here we go. I thought sometimes when people have such a wall up and thinking that you're going to be crap, it's hard to get into them to crack open their heart, and with love. Anyways, first card that comes up, she looks at me and goes, no. And I said, yes. And then I hit the next card and tears started to flow. And we just opened up her beautiful heart. She ended up being the sweetest, mushiest, beautiful woman I have met in a long time. Just the kind-hearted, beautiful soul. And so it was another reminder to me that when someone is so like forceful, they're often hiding something really deep inside, and it's the mushiest soul you could imagine. It's overcompensation, right? So she was really beautiful. It was a pleasure doing the readings that we did at the fair that we had. Yeah. Glenn.
Yeah, what an amazing story. And book your session. 45 minutes. Go book your session on the website.
Yeah.
Next, Lealana Light. All things considered, Carrie, should I publish my book on Amazon or a local independent publisher?
Lalani, you can book your publish your book on Amazon, yes or no? That's really strong. Or do you want to go with an independent publisher? Is it best to do that? No, I see that doing it as a publish on Amazon is probably the best for you initially. I do have a publishing company. It's called Freedom Masters Publishing House. Don't work with many people anymore. I've got so much on the go that if you want, you can send your manuscript to me. Oh, it's making me burp. Things are coming up. Okay. So I would say that, yeah, I was just going to say it feels like you're a healer or something because I'm burping, and that it's going to cause a lot of healing for a lot of people, I think. So, yeah. Anyways, so you're a palmist, and said that my soulmate would attend a book signing, but I was so disgruntled with men in general. Or your palmist said this. Okay. I've been stalling with the publishing of this book. Stop it. You are the one planting your own seeds. No matter what I say, it doesn't matter. No matter what a palmist says or another psychic says, take it with a grain of salt and do what you feel is best. So write to yourself. You need to write to yourself and say, okay, this is what I dream of. This is what I want to do. I want to publish my book. And yeah, so I was disgruntled with men. So what? I was running in the race of life. I was running in the rat race, and that is gone. That is done. That is dead to me. I am now writing my book. You've written your book. It is time to publish it. And yeah, all the doors are open for you. Just do it. Stop stalling. Just do it. The big thing about writing a book is you've got to be authentic in what you write. For instance, sorry, Glenn, I'm still going to talk a little bit here. He comes back on and then I go for another 5 minutes, you see. Anyways, when I wrote my book, 5 Lessons of Life, wherever it is, I got it right here. way over here. Okay, so when I wrote this book, I had heard initially I was done and I was celebrating. I think it was 214. No, it was 216, something like that. Anyways, I was so excited, and then I heard Spirit say, "Wait 8 months," and I thought, "Why do I have to wait 8 months? That's crazy. Why am I waiting this period of time?" And they said, "Go to a calendar, circle the date, 8 months from today," and I did. And 8 months later, my father passed away, and so when I looked into it, I realized, oh, I wasn't being congruent with those 5 lessons. The 5 lessons of life. I wasn't actually practicing them myself, and I still have trouble sometimes, practicing them. It's work, but it becomes a muscle, and you get stronger and stronger and stronger with it. So, for instance, when you're faced with confrontation, you get to a point that you just practice those 5 lessons, and there's no confrontation. It's all about love. You just love the person, and eventually they come back and they apologize, and you apologize, and it's all good, even though it's all good. So if you've had delays, don't worry about it. Let it go and publish your book. Okay, it's all in perfect timing. Thanks, Glenn.
Okay, well, we are just over an hour, almost 25 minutes, Carrie. So we're going to wind down here pretty quick. Maybe a couple more questions. Remember, Carrie will be back with more live readings next Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you didn't get your question answered, or book a session with her to get the full time with her, 45 minutes. And we did have another subscriber, Carrie. This one at Contandina did find the way to subscribe. So thank you, Contandina. You know what that means. We get
another
Carrie
song.
to dance.
You too.
You're simply the best. Thank you for your support of the Mystic Compass team. Carrie and Glenn give you a big love and high five. Thank you. Thank you. You are simply the best.
All right. Thank you, Contandina, for making us dance, giving us a little exercise here.
Actually,
Okay,
thank you for forcing Glenn to write songs and being able to play them here. That's awesome.
Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Maria, who we talked about earlier, does have a question.
Okay.
I have a listing that I have that is getting no action. It's a great property, but I feel there is something blocking it from selling. Any insights?
Yeah, there's a wall around it. There's an actual wall around the property, energetic wall. So the owners, it feels like she is undecided about selling it, whether it was a divorce situation or what, I don't know. But yeah, there is definitely hesitation about selling it. So in that hesitation, they're not putting both feet in. So I would maybe, can we talk to their higher self? Yes. Do they want to sell? Is it best? Is it in the best interest for this house to sell? Yes or no? Yeah. And so is it fear that is stopping them from selling? Absolutely. Fear of the unknown, fear of where we're going to go, what we're going to do next. Is it going to be too costly? Lots of fear. So if we were to lift that fear up and out and put it into the cosmic garbage can, there we go. Just pick it up and out. And there, I see them standing up straight already and breathing. Now we take the wall away, and that goes into the cosmic garbage can. And instead we bring in the golden light. And the doors open. And anything underneath, I cement underneath and bring in only beautiful, loving light into the house. They're actually feeling it totally different now. And now we extend the walkway out. It goes from the door. The golden light goes from the door out to the sidewalk and beyond. And you can see people now they're coming. They're absolutely coming from all over. And they're knocking on your door, Maria, saying, on the door of this house. Don't worry, they're not coming to your place. But they are going to be phoning you, and they're going to be asking to to see the property. So yeah, I think we, whew, my eyes, I think we cleared that out for you. It's good. Okay. See it as selling. I want you to start to visualize the selling aspect of it. See it as done.
Is it okay? You're ready again.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, 2 more questions, Carrie. I saw one. We all love our animals, and I did see one a little earlier about animals from Melissa. Melissa asks, "Can I communicate with animals? I feel like they can understand me."
Okay. So, Melissa, I believe everyone can speak with animals. You especially, you do have a connection. Do you have a connection? Yes or no? It's very strong. Funny enough, farm animals would really be your thing, but I don't know if you're near a farm. It feels more like you're with cats and dogs and those animals. So start with them. But eventually, I can see you working with horses and cows and donkeys and all kinds of bigger animals as well. Yeah. You're going to get to a point that you'll be driving down the road and you can just hear the animals. So, yeah, it's a muscle. Trust that you can do it. If you already feel that thing that, they understand you, then they can. And just trust in it and start to play with it. And when you see an animal, look at the animal and you look into them. Maybe not so much eye contact, because a lot of animals see that as intimidating, but just hold them and you can look at their nose or their mouth or their third eye area and just look at them and love them and say, "What is it you would like to say to me?" And then just be open, and you'll hear a word, you'll hear a sentence, you'll hear maybe a whole conversation. Whatever it is, trust that whatever you hear is accurate, and that's what that animal is saying to you. So everyone can practice that. Everyone listening, start speaking to your animals. When you see a bird, a crow outside, say, "What is it you would like to say to me?" Get the message. Yeah. Because again, it's all about writing it all down. So I need you to start journaling the conversations that you're having with animals. That could actually turn into a book for you. Okay. Well done, Melissa. You're really bright. You're really amazing. So do
And
it.
I noticed what she did there, because she said, "Can the inner stand me?" Because we do not stand under anyone, Carrie. So
That's right.
she went with the inner stand.
She
Thank
gets
you,
it.
Melissa.
Yeah, no, she's amazing.
She does understand it. Okay, one more, Carrie, and this one kind of ties into some of the things that you did in the past when you did some work for some police and some investigations.
Yeah.
So we're going to end off with this one. Again, I thank everyone for their questions tonight. Tune in again next Tuesday. Hi, Carrie. And then in quotes, "Will the person or persons who murdered my stepdaughter 16 years ago be arrested or imprisoned? It's still a cold case."
Yeah, it makes me want to throw up. Like, oh, there's so much there, honey. Will they be arrested? Yes or no? Yeah. And is it your daughter? Did you say? Yeah. Yeah. So I think your daughter will actually help in solving the case. Like, it'll be something small that's just going to trigger, "Oh, yeah, that doesn't make sense." And she's going to help. Don't you worry. But it's all in perfect timing. It feels like 16 years to you, but to, the universe, we know that time is not linear. It is like this. It's up and down. So past, present, future, all is happening at once like this. So just trust that they're going to find, it's multiple. I believe it was not just one person. There was 2, 3 people involved. Yeah. And oh yeah, they'll find them. You might want to contact me, Jacqueline, and we can discuss what I just saw. Okay. Much love to you. Don't worry, it'll happen. Not in the time, but the cold case is not dead. Okay. The cold case is not dead. And there's a lot of spiritual help here, including with me. So all of that feeling of, that's just a reaction that is normal and natural. But don't worry, we're coming to the end of the red tape, and it will. I know it's going a bit slower than what you thought, but it's all in perfect timing because God has a greater plan. Okay. Okay. And so it is. Much love to everyone. Someone was showing that the link isn't working with Jeeling reading session.
Yeah, I just tried to Carrie. It is working right here. So
Yeah.
I did put the link back in there. So if Lucy wants to click on that link, it should take her to the
Yeah.
booking there. So yeah, it should work. So
Okay.
Jacqueline says, thank you for that. And we've had a lot of thank yous throughout as I've been posing the questions here for you, Carrie. A lot of people have been commenting after your readings there that they want to thank you so much for what you've been saying here. Let me just read a couple here before we go. We love you, Carrie and Glenn. Hope to meet you soon. Well, thank you. Of course, Tammy as well, behind the scenes, kind of keeping things going behind the scenes.
Tammy. Yay, Tammy. She hides behind the computer. No. That was funny.
And what else? Lori says, thank you so much, Carrie. You nailed it with my son. Thank you. Ruth says, I wish for a peaceful environment. Thank you for your words, Carrie. I will ask with ease and grace.
It's important.
Shar says, I've known Carrie for a few years. She's amazing.
Woo.
Thank you for sharing your love. That is me, Charlotte. And yeah,
Charlotte.
just a lot of other thank yous along the way here, Carrie. So we're going to close off for tonight. Don't forget, we will be back on what day, Carrie?
Friday at
yeah.
11 o'clock, is it? Mountain time?
Friday at 11 Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. And if you missed the intro of today's show, it is a special day on Friday. We're going to talk about subliminal messaging and test your ability to look at things at a little deeper level. Also going to take a look at media programming, television programming, and Carrie's going to talk about the Templar Knights.
Knights Templar.
Knights Templar and her knowledge of that. Well, we're going to end off with the OG, the original song that I wrote for Carrie when she and I started to work together a few weeks ago. It's got a great message. And again, it deals with her book, The 5 Lessons of Life. So please turn it up, listen to the words carefully, soak it in, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your evening. Any last words, Carrie?
Much love to everyone. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for the subscriptions today and the follows. That's been awesome. You can still go ahead and do that if you haven't already. We'd love to have more, please. And that allows us to be here more and more. Okay. So thank you, everyone. And we shall see you on Friday.
The time has come, the angels rise up and show the way. Across the valley where the shadows lie, Carrie walks, the moon in her eyes, cards in her hand, secrets unfold, truths untold in whispers bold. Her words like streams, they softly flow, lessons bound where few dare go. 5 paths she's walked, 5 lives she's led, wisdom blooms where angels tread. call from the other side. Stars above and the earth's embrace, each turn of the card a sacred place. She speaks of love, she speaks of pain, in life's deep well we're born.